17,000 crore. That's the alleged loan fraud committed by Anil Ambani and his company, which the ED is questioning and looking into. Let's begin by telling you all about Anil Ambani. Of course, we all know he's part of the Ambani family, brother of Mukesh Ambani. But in this explainer, you'll also need to know which companies were or are under him now. Anil Ambani is associated with the Reliance Group, the Reliance ADA Group, which he founded after he split from Mukesh Ambani in 2005. But many of his companies have faced financial difficulties. Some have undergone insolvency proceedings or also in some cases debt restructuring or significant downsizing. He owned Reliance Capital Limited till 2002, Reliance Infrastructure, which is still active. Then you had Reliance Power, which has high debt but is active. Then Reliance Communication, also called RCom, which filed for bankruptcy in 2019. Reliance Home Finance, which has been taken over by lenders. And finally, Reliance Naval and Engineering, which is under insolvency. Anil Ambani claimed in 2020 in a UK court that his net worth was zero due to mounting debts and legal obligations. Many of the companies once under his control have been taken over by lenders or are in bankruptcy proceedings. But the current probe against him is over fraud allegations between 2017 to 2019. So according to ED, a preliminary investigation revealed that 3,000 crore rupees in loans from Yes Bank were disbursed to Reliance Anil Ambani Group. Similarly, another fraud, but this time for a whopping 14,000 crore rupees, was allegedly committed by Reliance Communications. The ED says the fraud is essentially a quid pro quo arrangement, where Yes Bank promoters allegedly received money in their companies shortly before the loans were sanctioned. So Yes Bank's loan approvals are under the scanner. So here are the red flags found by ED. Backdated credit approval memorandums, no due diligence or any credit analysis for that matter. Loans were disbursed even before a sanction was actually given. Funds were routed through shell companies, and that's something ED is looking into, these companies. Misrepresentation of financials and evergreening of loans, which essentially means giving a loan to pay off another. Then there's another allegation, the 14,000 crore that I referred to earlier. This is linked to Anil Ambani's flagship telecom firm, Reliance Communication, RCom, which has defaulted on over 14,000 crore rupees and has been officially classified as fraudulent by SBI. That's not all. RCom also cheated Canara Bank of over 1,050 crore rupees, with the SBI preparing to file a formal complaint with the CBI over this. These classifications essentially follow RBI guidelines on fraud recognition, so it's paving the way for criminal prosecution. In another leg of the probe, you have Reliance Home Finance, which is under the scanner for a dramatic increase in corporate lending. From 3,742 crore rupees in 2018 to 8,670 crore in 2019. So over 5,000 crores in a year. The red flag here is alleged expedited and irregular loan approvals, besides common directors and addresses for many of the borrowers. Questions have been asked of how loans were given to companies with such weak financials. SEBI has submitted a report on this too to the Enforcement Directorate. Besides all of these companies being under the scanner, the ED is also probing undisclosed foreign bank accounts and offshore assets linked to Anil Ambani and his group entities. Now, these assets are believed to be layered and concealed using complex financial structures and nominee ownership patterns. So the probe is also going to be clearly a long winding one to get down to the root of the ownership. So far, about 18 of Anil Ambani's top executives are under the scanner. But one big arrest that's been linked to this case is that of Partha Sarthi Biswal, the managing director of an Odisha firm, in connection with a money laundering case against businessman Anil Ambani. Biswal allegedly ran a fake bank guarantee issuance racket for business groups. So his company is suspected of providing one such assurance worth 68 crores for a Reliance Group company. So with multiple FIRs, seizures, arrests and an inter-agency probe, the investigation into Anil Ambani's empire is widening each week. As the probe intensifies, the once high-flying business tycoon now faces a rapidly unraveling legal as well as financial crisis, one that could redefine India's corporate fraud enforcement landscape.